Guys, what is up? This is a new computer desk that I got from Sedeta. They were gracious enough to send me a new computer desk that I can utilize for all of my live streaming, of course, all of my collectibles and things like that. They thought it was a great option for me to choose this one. I'm very excited. I love building stuff, so we're going to build this computer desk, and hopefully we can see the different options that we can make out of it, because I know it can be modular, which is awesome. So we can get we're going to do some great live streaming on this, as well as have a collection. We're going to put my collection up here, pick out certain things, and this should be the area that I, place it in. I think this will be a good spot, but we'll go from there. So let's get this cracking and build this desk. So we're definitely going to be pulling a lot of parts out. So let's get all these parts out and lay them on the floor. All right, that's better. We're going to take out a lot of stuff here and see what we got going. All right, everything's out of the box. Everything has labels on it, which is good. Nice to identify everything. As you can see, instructions are right there. And this will be the spot. So let's get started. So instructions. Just checked on all the parts. Everything is here. A lot of things to go over, but they do have two different ways to build this desk, which is actually pretty damn cool. So we have option A and option B, and based upon what I have going here, I'm probably going to do option A. So making sure you have all your parts, which is actually very important before you start. I'm very satisfied that we're actually getting an LED strip to decorate the desk, and it has its own power supply here to install, which is awesome. And it'll come with your own tools. So we're all set with the tools. Definitely pay attention to the distance of the holes here. You can see it in millimeters. You really want to, so you know that your holes are lining up where they're supposed to be. So just pay attention to that. And we have this frame all set up right now. So now I think it's onto the shelves. All right, the shelves are in for this. Well, at least most of it. We're still going to move on to steps number 7. Step number 8 is this smaller shelf right here. All right, step 9 requires you to build this, where you're just putting a bolt in here. All right, that's step number 10. All right, step 11, once again, it's telling you to pay attention to the distances of the holes. All right, step 12 requires you to put these brackets on right here. Okay, this part is done. This part is done. And now we have these last 2 bars, which is part of step 13, to connect them together. Okay, 14, build another crossbar. And then in 15, we attach it just like we did here. So now with 16, we're going to put the desk part, which is right here, put it right on top there, screw it in, and it's actually nice that they come with corner protectors. All right, there we go. We got this all up and secured in. Everything seems to be tightened up nicely. So now we got to put this one. So here is step 17, and that's where we're going to screw those in place. And it's nice to see, like, it's already cut out for the power. That's awesome. All right, step 18, we're working on the power outlet here, which is great, right? How useful is that? And look at that. It's got USB. So the last step is installing the lights, and the lights, they actually gave you a spool of lights, which is actually awesome because it is USB powered, which we can plug it into here, and then you can actually use the clips that they provide for you to kind of line up on the back of your desk here, so that way you don't have any wires dangling down. And then the red part, which is the adhesive, you can actually kind of sticker them right up here to have a nice glowing effect for whatever you may have displayed on your table, which is actually pretty awesome. Or you can have them displayed up here. You could probably line that up right up there too. So that's awesome. That's cool to have. And not to mention, it actually has an app where you can control the different, colors that you want to put on there. So that's an awesome plus. Okay, plugged it in. I put some of those clips on the back here. It actually has a button to switch through the lighting, because here's the lighting right there. And if I push the button, as you can see, some different colors are coming on as well, which is great. And there's a sequence like that too, as you just, constantly push and do a couple things here and there, but it will always go back to its original setting. So remember, you can always use the app here and do something different. So that's actually pretty neat. All right, here we go. There it is, all completed, all done. Everything is properly put together. It's a nice U-shaped desk. Everything is all set up. Nice black shelving with the black metal all going through. So let's decorate this thing and make it useful. All right, guys, we have it. It's all set up. Yes, there's a mess. There's absolutely a mess. There's always a mess. When it comes to collection, there's always going to be a mess, but we're going to try and do our best to make this, a nice workstation for me. And I love the fact that, it's kind of like this U-shaped. I have areas where I can place certain items on, as well as a display case in a way. You know what I mean? It's awesome. With lights, which it does have a light, which I know I can expand upon, which is, again, also really cool. I did start putting some things up, as you can see. I have some Batman items here. I'm gonna have some Marvel items here. So not exactly here, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna set things up. Hopefully we can work on with it. But you will see that progress, and I will show you. Okay, so just panning around, I put the printer here because I definitely do some printing of labels and stuff like that. I have the ring light here going on, and my little, Collegiate Legions Penn State right there. I have my microphone, as you can see, have a laptop that I use for live streaming and things like that. My mouse pad going on. Have to have my ladies there, and I had that set up. And as you can see, just some little things here and there. I didn't like fully flesh it out with a lot of figures and collectibles like that, but just some little things here and there. And as you can see, there's a light underneath that, which I think I'm going to expand from here and bring some more right up there, which I think will be actually really nice. There is some lower shelves down at the bottom from what you see at the regular set of the desk. So you actually have 1, 2, 3 in a way, or 2 if you think of it like that. So I can put some current things that's going on, or it's just going to be some storage, simple storage, things like that you can easily do. I think it's got enough that I can work with and utilize for a workstation, especially for what I do with live streaming and any videos that I put up on YouTube. So I think it'll work out very, very well. So I'm absolutely enjoying this. This is great. Thank you to Sedeta for making this happen. It is a wonderful desk, and I know there's so many options that you can choose from at the website. And I love the fact that this is also an option, because I can technically have this on this side instead. So you can build it in 2 different ways, as you saw earlier. So this is great. I think it's awesome. wonderful. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this type of desk. Very well constructed, sturdy, amazing color with the black. It's very well, doesn't chip, and it's really, really nice. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know. So make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. That would be amazing. We're growing growing the channel to hopefully reach 10,000 subscribers. So let me hear your thoughts. I would love to hear it. So thank you guys so much. Hope to see you soon, and hope to see you on the next hunt.